Hi, in today's video we are going to learn monitoring in Kubernetes step by step. We will see Prometheus, Loki and Grafana and how they work together to monitor your cluster, your nodes and your applications. So before we start the demo, let me quickly share today's agenda, and we should cover various monitoring and observability components. In this video we will discuss about Prometheus. We will cover about various Prometheus concepts like metrics, node exporter, service discovery and instrumentation as well. We will not install node exporter and show some basic CPU, disk or RAM level data. We will do custom code to get metrics from our code base as well for both Prometheus and Loki, and then we will add Prometheus and Loki in our Grafana data source, and finally we will create an Grafana alerting for creating simple metrics alert, and then we will test the alerts and we will use Slack. So let's proceed further. Okay, now let's go to our code base, and here is our full project structure, and it is our main.go file, and this go program runs a small web server. When someone visits slash API endpoint, it will invoke main handler. What it does is it wait for a random time delay like 0 to 200 millisecond, and it will respond with hello from example service, and then it will print a log message with the request path and time token. It is important because this is the log which Loki will receive. Then when someone visits slash health, it will get 200 or OK message, just to show the user that the service is healthy. And then when someone visits slash metrics, it will return Prometheus metrics. Prometheus metrics are handled by Prometheus client packages. We have imported it already, and what it introduced to us that it collects two type of metrics. One is counter type, and which is example requests total, and it has two levels. One is path and another one is code, and another one is histogram type data, which is example request duration seconds, and it will show us how long each request took in seconds. However, if you want, you can introduce another metric type called gauge there as well. And now let's go back to our Kubernetes folder, and we can see there are several YML files like deployment.yml, create our app pods, and then if we go to service, and we already know Prometheus cannot reach pods, but it can reach the service. So service is a mandatory in this case, we cannot skip it. Then there is service monitor dash mon dash app, and here service monitor tells Prometheus which service to scrape, and it will happen automatically. And so we don't directly implement service discovery in Prometheus. It is a feature of Prometheus and it happens automatically, but it needs instruction, and service monitor file gives this. And there is another one namespace. We will see three namespaces here, and then another one is prom stack values, and here we can see some settings for the whole Prometheus stack like Prometheus storage, admin, password, etc. And then node exported daemon set. What it does is it deploys node exporter on each node, because Prometheus needs node exporter to collect our node related data like CPU, disk, memory, etc. And Prometheus will discover it automatically. And there is another one last file which is called Loki values.yml, what it does, it configures Loki, like where Loki keeps the keeps the logs in file system or others place, retention, storage, etc. And that's the our full project structure. The code base is available on GitHub, so you can reference it anytime. Okay, and when we run kubectl apply dash f for all our YML files, then it will install Prometheus, Grafana and Loki using Helm charts and with our customized value as well. And we have already configured Prometheus, Grafana and Loki, and I have configured Prometheus on port 9090, Grafana on port Prometheus on port 9096, Grafana on port 3006 and Loki on 3036 in my local host. And though they run on different port in container, like Prometheus on 9090, Grafana on 80 and Loki on 3100. So after port forwarding, we can see our Prometheus, Loki and Grafana all are running, and currently you can see our Prometheus dash UI. And yes, you can run any kinds of Promql operations here. Also you can see, if I go to slash if I go to slash metrics, then I can see all the metrics from my code base and node exporter as well. And Loki doesn't have any UI like Prometheus or Grafana, but it gives us API endpoint. So when I hit slash ready, I will get an output ready, or I can also query logs via Loki API as well. So if I write a query here like namespace equal to monitoring demo, I can see all of the logs related to it, but we should do it in Grafana. And here is our Grafana, we can see, and we have already configured our Grafana as well. Like you can, if I go to data sources, I can see there is already Prometheus, which is as default, and also Loki as well. So I have configured both data sources, Prometheus and Loki. Now if I show you dashboards, I have built a dashboard named dashboard 1, where you can see various visuals like total number of pods by namespaces and total number of pod running, and they are from instrument parts, and it is node exporter part. Node exporter is used here, like number of nodes in the cluster, which is 1, as I am using minikube cluster, and you know minikube integrates both worker node and master node in a single node. That's why we are getting 1. And we can see all the Loki logs here. So, and it is updated over time, and this is the basic dashboard I have built by myself. And of course still we can add many visuals or many things based on requirements. Okay, now let's move forward to our next part, which is alerting. And I have already set up alert for my Slack, and like whenever my node exporter will down, then I will receive a message in my Slack channel. And I have already set it like Slack, you see Slack is configured already. And if I go to edit, yes, I can see that my Slack is configured, and I can test, like if I send a test notification, then test alert sent. Now if I go to my Slack channel, yes, I can see that there is a firing, that I am a receiving an alert. So when my node exporter goes down, so then I will receive a real-time alert in my Slack as well. So this is for today. I tried to keep the tutorial as short as possible because it is just a personal portfolio project. And thank you for watching, and if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Thank you.